Welcome back to the English podcast session. I'm John, and I'm here with my co-host Amelia.
Hey, everyone! Today, we're diving into a topic that's super relevant in our digital age, the impact of social media on our minds and lives. We'll explore how it affects our mental health, focus, and relationships. Is social media really rewiring our minds and lives?
Social media platforms like Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok have become a huge part of our daily routines, but we're starting to see how they might be changing us in ways we didn't expect. From affecting mental health to shortening attention spans, social media is impacting more than just how we communicate. Let's kick things off with mental health. Amelia, what do you think social media does to our mental health?
Great question, John. Many studies show that too much social media can lead to feelings of anxiety, depression, and even loneliness. People often compare themselves to others online, which can hurt their self-esteem.
Exactly. When you're scrolling through perfect vacation photos or seeing people's highlights, you might feel like your own life doesn't measure up.
Yes, and it's easy to forget that people usually post only their best moments. We rarely see the struggles or the less Instagram-worthy parts of their lives.
Right. It creates this illusion that everyone else is living a perfect life, and that illusion can be damaging. So, Amelia, what about social media and our ability to focus?
I'd say social media has definitely impacted our attention spans. Think about how quick everything is now: short videos, quick updates, constant notifications.
Exactly. We're constantly switching from one thing to another, and it's rewiring our brains to expect quick stimulation. This can make it harder to focus on things for long periods, like reading a book or even having a deep conversation.
And ironically, that makes us feel more stressed. When we're constantly jumping from one thing to the next, our minds don't have time to relax.
Absolutely. And I think social media can also influence our relationships. Don't you think?
Oh, for sure. Social media can bring us closer to people far away, but it can also make us feel disconnected from people right next to us.
Right. How many times have we seen people sitting together but staring at their phones instead of actually talking?
Exactly. Sometimes we're so focused on sharing moments online that we miss the real experience of actually being present.
So true. And, honestly, social media shapes our perceptions of reality too. We're influenced by what we see, whether it's news, trends, or even what's considered beautiful or successful.
Yes, and that can really limit our own creativity and ideas. We're constantly influenced by what others are posting or doing.
Alright, let's take a quick break for today's vocabulary. We have 5 words that relate to our topic.
Attention span, meaning the amount of time you can focus on a task without getting distracted. Example: her attention span is very short when she's on her phone. She can only concentrate on studying for about 10 minutes. Self-esteem, meaning the level of confidence and value a person has in themselves. Example: spending too much time on social media hurt his self-esteem because he kept comparing himself to others. Stimulation, meaning something that excites or activates the mind, making it more alert or interested. Example: social media offers constant stimulation with new posts, videos, and updates, which makes it hard to put your phone down. Disconnection, meaning a lack of connection or closeness, often leading to feeling detached from others. Example: although social media connects people globally, it can create disconnection among people in the same room. Perception, meaning the way a person sees or understands something, often shaped by outside influences. Example: social media can change people's perception of beauty, success, and happiness, making them believe certain images are reality.
Make sure to try using these words in your conversations or writing to reinforce your vocabulary.
All right, back to our discussion. Let's talk about how we might use social media in a healthier way. One idea is to set limits, like only spending a certain amount of time on social media each day. Some people even take social media breaks for a few days or weeks.
Yes, and maybe turning off notifications, so you're not constantly interrupted.
Exactly. Another tip is to be more mindful. Ask yourself, Why am I on social media right now? If it's out of boredom, maybe you could do something more fulfilling instead.
And be careful about who you follow. Following people who inspire you, rather than make you feel bad, can make a big difference.
Good point. At the end of the day, social media isn't going anywhere. So we need to find ways to use it in a way that enhances our lives, not harms them. To wrap up, here's a short story. Imagine a young woman named Sarah. She loves social media, but she finds herself constantly comparing her life to others online. She feels anxious and disconnected from her friends and family, even when they're sitting right next to her. One day, Sarah decides to take a break from social media. She deletes the apps for a week. During that time, she reconnects with friends, spends more time reading, and even takes up a new hobby. She realizes that life doesn't have to be shared online to be fulfilling. And when she finally returns to social media, she's more mindful about how she uses it. She only follows accounts that bring her joy and inspiration, and she limits her time online. For Sarah, it's all about balance. A great reminder that social media is a tool, not a way of life. It's up to us how we let it influence us.
Exactly. Thanks for joining us on English podcast session. We hope you found today's discussion helpful.
And don't forget to use our vocabulary words. See you next time, everyone.
Take care and stay mindful online.